Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live on Tuesday the 17th of November. I'm Andrea Allen and thank you so much for joining in today. Well, here's some tricky trivia for Tuesday. Some things that have made the headlines. First up, have you ever met a drunk pig? Well, I hope you haven't. In Port Hedland, Western Australia, campers heard noises outside of their tent in the middle of the night. After turning on their torches, they discovered a feral pig was scrunching its way through their beer cans. The pig was last sighted, passed out underneath a tree after succumbing to the sheer amount of alcohol it had consumed. Apparently it squealed all the way home. Next up, do vegetarians eat meat if they've had too many drinks? Well, apparently they do. According to a study in the UK, 1,789 Britons who declared themselves vegetarians, about 1 in 3 admitted to eating meat when they are drunk. Now, what kind of meat is the most popular meat to consume? Kebabs. Nothing like a good old kebab when you've had a couple of sherries. And last but not least, have you lost your ring and then you found it? Wow. This wonderful couple and a Swedish woman called Lena Paulsen lost her beloved wedding ring that she designed herself. The white gold band ring featured small diamonds and was priceless to her, but misplaced when she was baking on Christmas Day with her daughters. 16 years later, whilst pulling up carrots in her garden, she found the ring on top of it was growing into a carrot. Isn't that an amazing story? So lovely. And that was your tricky trivia on Tuesday. Rightio. Giveaways. We have some tickets from the Hoyts family for you. Head along to James Bond on the weekend I did. Not as good as I thought it would be. But anyway, you can go to another movie if you want. Books, yes, we have some wonderful books. Tricky 22 by Janet Ivankovich and Trust by Mike Bullen. They could be yours. And the wonderful painting from Ira Mitchell-Kirk. It's just a bit lovely. It was good catching up with Ira yesterday. Very busy lady indeed. All you need to do is call through to Marianne or Anna on 379 7100. That's 379 7100, or go to our website ctv.co.nz/competitions. It's as simple as that. Rightio. On today's show, we head into the Nourish kitchen with Nicola Freya with a wonderful salad that's so easy. Sarah, our crafty chickadee, is here, and it's Christmas cards. I know it's frightening, but we talk about Christmas cards today. And I caught, and the Charity Hospital, wonderful organisation, they have a Christmas function coming up and they would love you to be a part of it because it's all raising funds and resources to help within the community. But first up, Karen Deegan made the most of the long weekend and she's making her way back to Christchurch. I caught up with her last week. Well, do you have a fear or a phobia? Your fear could be sitting in front of a television. Luckily, it's not mine. Karen Deegan, there's many fears and phobias, isn't there?
There is. Most of them are pretty common. You know, we know about spiders, and there's that old joke that most people are more afraid of speaking in public than they are of dying.
Well, actually, we have a lot of guests that come on, and they are so scared when they come through the door, so I can probably confirm that. But what are the common fears that you treat yourself?
Well, I treat a lot of fears and phobias, and the common one will be not what you'd expect. The most common one would be fear of making phone calls, like for instance cold calls. A lot of people are salespeople or even business people. If you work for yourself, you've got to be your own salesman, right? You've got to make calls to get business and talk to people. So my most common one will be fear of making cold calls in particular, where people don't know who you are on the other end of the phone. And you'd be surprised how many successful business people really could be more successful if they were just able to pick up the phone more freely.
Well, that would be a bit scary. Failure, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that what it is? Is it failure?
Fear of rejection
annoying
as well.
Someone?
Fear of rejection, fear of failure, annoying people, and what that means about you. All of those things.
Actually, to be fair, when you get those calls from those people calling you,
yeah.
We're not also friendly, are we, when they call us at dinner time?
But even yourself, if you wanted someone to be on the show, and you might want to ring them up and say, hey, I'd love you to come on the show, some people that would scare the heck out of them and they wouldn't do it.
Oh, okay. So some fears don't seem to make any sense, though, do they, really?
No. I have had some strange ones as well. One of the more strange ones would be a lady who had a fear of feathers. Fear of birds as well. but feathers went along with it. Now, she couldn't have a feather duvet in her house. She couldn't. Her kids weren't allowed to wear jackets that might have feathers in them. In fact, when she first came, she was a middle-aged lady. She'd had this fear all her life, but she was about to go on a holiday overseas where there were pigeons and things, and she thought, I don't want to ruin my family's holiday, so I need to get over this fear because I can't be around birds. So when she first came, and I test people very, very gently, and I said to her, look, just to let you know, I've got a feather in the other room, and I was about to say, how would you feel if I brought it into this room? And she, like, just her face, just when I said to her that I've got one in the other room, I didn't need to ask the rest because she was absolutely petrified just at the thought that there was one in my house. By the end of 2 sessions, I had her touching the feather, feeling like she'd never touched one in her life before. Well, she had, but she panicked. Touching it, feeling comfortable. She was able to go on that holiday, be around birds. The fear's gone after only 2 sessions.
That blows me away. Obviously, you shouldn't go to the A&P show
No.
past all the birds there. Can we pick up fears from other people?
Funnily enough, we can. I've had a lot of people where I've treated them where we weren't making a lot of progress until we looked at the fact that it was never their fear to begin with. For instance, one lady I treated had a severe fear of moths. And
Ugh, I don't like them either.
No. Yeah. Well, what it worked out was one day when she was 12, she was coming home from school with a friend, and it must have been dark and there was a light on outside the friend's house, and there was some moths there, and the friend said, oh, I hate those moths. I'm always afraid they're going to get stuck in my hair. Well, from that day on, and she didn't even consciously connect, but I found it because I'm trained to look at people's subconscious minds, we found that that had gone in and imprinted, and so she was afraid not only of moths, but any flying things, and particularly anything that could get caught in her hair.
Oh, that's a little bit creepy. It's a little bit creepy, but I'm feeling a bit about it. So how long before we just put up with it and we just live with it before we should actually seek some help?
Well, there's a difference between a fear and a phobia. A phobia is really quite extreme. A fear, if you had a fear of water and you wanted to overcome it, you could probably start to, go into water more and more, and maybe your exposure to it would clear the fear over time. Phobias, that will not happen. And how you know the difference is it negatively impacting on your life? If your fear of water isn't negatively impacting on your life because you never go to the beach, then perhaps you don't need to get help. But a lady with feathers who can't be around birds, that's going to negatively impact on her life, and that's when you need to seek help.
Oh my goodness. Well, luckily I don't have any fears or phobias yet. Or that's it. Can you, I don't know, as you get older, you still can get fears and phobias, or is it from when you're young?
No, you can get them as adults. I remember treating one lady that her husband travelled on business, and whenever he was away, she could not sleep alone in their bed. She'd sleep in the lounge with the light on.
Oh, well, Karen, that's a whole different segment. That is, love. That's her excuse. I've got a phobia. I can't sleep on my own. That's why the men are lined up at my door. Interesting phobia. Thank you, Karen. It's been fun, as always. Look forward to next time.
We
Take
can carry
care.
on that story then.
We could carry on that. Wonderful Karen Deegan there. Rightio, after the break we head into the Nourish kitchen with Nicola Freya, and Christmas has arrived early to the Canterbury Charity Hospital.
Lots of people run. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
What a wonderful way to enter and welcome our first guest. Randall, welcome to Canterbury Live, and thank you for being here and representing the Canterbury Charity Hospital.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and it's a pleasure to talk about the Canterbury Charity Hospital and the Christmas Ball that's coming up on the 4th of December, being held out at Templeton at the Major Innovation Centre out there on Kirk Road. And we'll have a really gala evening, beautifully turned out by Suzanne Carson of Event Professionals. Wonderful cooking, drink, entertainment.
Conversation.
The New Zealand Army Band is going to be performing, and I believe it's their very first ever donated performance. So it's going to be quite a wonderful evening. It'll be dress up, so everybody will look just the top of the tree.
Just the ticket.
Yeah, it'll be wonderful.
No Santas or elves, it's very much black tie though.
Oh,
Or...
that's not true.
Oh, really?
Last year was really good, and the young women who served the meals were all dressed as Santa's elves.
Aww.
So, and they were lovely. In fact, I was speaking to a group, a probus group recently, and one of the ladies came up to me and said, "Oh, my granddaughter was one of the Christmas elves at the ball last year and can't wait to come back to donate her time."
Well, that's a great accolade, isn't it?
Good?
Actually, we've got some wonderful images from last year that we can tease everyone at home to show them exactly what they can experience. There's a piper, so I guess a piper will greet you as you arrive, which is special in itself.
Annabelle Jones, and that was her very first inaugural solo piping engagement, and I tuned her pipes for her.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, there's something quite stirring about having a lone piper. It's just quite a beautiful thing. And then we have the details there. So it's Friday the 4th of December this year. And as you said there, the New Zealand Army Band, I mean, that in itself is quite incredible. They'll be at a private event.
It's quite remarkable, actually, but it's indicative of the overall attitude toward the Canterbury Charity Hospital that people from all walks of life have, whether they're donating $5 every fortnight or whether they're donating $250,000. We're all Cantabrians. We all fit into the same little group. The major criteria for being a Cantabrian is simply to support the Crusaders. That's all you have to do.
Well, we're all crusaders, especially when it comes to our health. There's a lot of Cantabrians that are crusading through some real dark times in their world, aren't they?
Oh, for sure.
And really, the Canterbury Charity Hospital is that light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. There's been a consistent rationing of health care. Although the politicians believe that they've increased the health budget relative to the demand and relative to the population that we're serving, it's actually gone down over the years, not up.
No, that's right.
And so many of the waiting lists that used to exist for hernias, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, carpal tunnels, tubal ligations, the waiting lists themselves no longer exist. So from a political point of view, it looks absolutely wonderful because nobody's waiting. But real yes minister or faulty towers style of politics.
Yeah.
Because just to say that the waiting list doesn't exist and nobody's waiting doesn't mean that there's nobody with a hernia or hemorrhoids or whatever.
It's smoke and mirrors, and that's why we need events like the Charity Hospital Ball, Christmas Ball, to actually help so that we can make sure there's lots of resources to help everyone. Now, it is Friday the 4th of December. For information, you can contact the lovely Rosie, and normally we see Rosie's face, but it's good to have you too, Randall, just quietly. Rosie at charityhospital.org.nz for any information. It's hard organising a Christmas function for your workplace. You can have it all taken care of just by simply attending, and you're giving back. Pretty nice, isn't it, really? And that's exactly what Christmas is about. Thank you, Randall.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the event, and
Thank
a Merry
you.
Christmas, an early Merry Christmas to you.
What I would say last is that if you go to the Charity Hospital website, you can book your tickets for the ball directly.
Perfect.
Thank you.
That makes it nice and easy. We like that.
Thank
You're
you.
making it easy for us. Thank you, Randall. Radio. And now to the kitchen. Yes, the Nourish Kitchen with Nicola Freya and a wonderful salad for all these barbecues coming up. Enjoy.
We're often asked to bring a salad to a barbecue at this time of year, and it's great to have a few favourites that we can put together quickly and that will still impress the hosts. So today I'm doing a brown rice salad, and this is really simple to put together. All you need to start with obviously is brown rice. So brown rice still has the germ and the bran that white rice doesn't have. So it just has this lovely sort of brown appearance. It does take a little bit longer to cook. It takes a good 20 minutes to cook, and it has a lovely sort of nutty sort of flavour that's slightly different to the white rice. So it has quite a different taste really, but it's perfect for this salad, and it looks lovely and healthy as well. So I've cooked about a cup of uncooked brown rice, and it turns out to about this much. So you've got about 2.5 cups of cooked rice there in the bowl. So firstly, what I'm going to add to this is just some chopped up almonds. So I've chopped them up very chunky, but it's really nice. It gives a good texture to the salad because you've got the softness of the rice and the crunch of those lovely nuts. So that's my first ingredient there. Then next, I'm just going to put in some chopped up raisins or sultanas, and just chop them roughly as well. It's just really nice to have the combination of sweet, and it's got a bit of saltiness going into this salad as well with soy sauce. So it's good to have the combinations of the different flavours. So you can see that's just roughly chopped up there. So I'm just going to add those. So there's about 2 tablespoons of sultanas with that amount of rice, and the same with the nuts, about 2 tablespoons of the nuts. Then I've just got 1 reasonable sized spring onion, which I've just sliced, and I just like to chop that a little finer as well. Just means that you're not getting a whole large piece of onion in your salad if you give it a bit of a further, whoop, one escaped. A further chop just to make it mince it slightly. So then just going to pop that in the salad too, and you can see already that making sure you have different colours as well just makes the salad look that much more attractive. So we've got the green and the dark colour of the sultanas and the nuts in there already, and then the last thing I'm going to add is just some red pepper. So obviously that adds a lovely red colour, and particularly with fruit and vegetables, it's important to get a mix of colours in your diet for the day, because different coloured vegetables contain different combination of nutrients. So to be really healthy and get all the nutrients you need, it's important to have a mix of colours. So what you could do is put different coloured capsicums in the salad if you wanted to. That would be absolutely fine, but the red is particularly sweet, which is why I like it in this salad. So I'm just going to finish chopping that, and then we're just going to add the dressing. And for the dressing today, we've got about a tablespoon of soy sauce and just a teaspoon of sesame oil. I'll just give this a quick stir up first, just so the ingredients are mixed around a bit before the dressing goes in. So yes, there we go, just a tablespoon of soy and just a teaspoon of sesame, because sesame oil is actually very strong in flavour. It's a lovely, lovely flavour, but you don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'd suggest if you had a bigger mix there and you wanted to add more dressing, just start off with a small amount, stir it in and just see if it's enough before you add it, because the last thing you want with the salad is to have too much dressing. So you can see there that colour has just got right through, and it's just made the salad a little bit more brown, and I can smell those flavours of the sesame oil and the soy coming through there. Really smells great. So I'm just going to serve that up in a bowl. This salad is great as a side or at a barbecue, but you can see all the colours there. It really looks great even by itself for lunch. So the other reason the salad is so great is that nearly all the ingredients are actually in your cupboard. All you really need to do is go and buy a red pepper. So put one up next time you're invited out. It's really quick and easy to make.
Wow, that salad could be an addition to your Christmas Day dinner. It could. Hey, we're keeping on the Christmas theme from the charity hospital to after the break. Sarah is here with some Christmas card ideas. Very cool. See you soon. Dead or alive, Sarah? Can we remember back?
How do you know that? How
I do,
you know
because I remember that the CD was, get something, I don't know, Duran Duran was on the same CD, but anyway, it's a bit of flashback, and he had like a patch, like a pirate.
Oh yeah, I've got all his albums, all his
No
Japanese
way.
imports, everything. Yeah, I was majorly into Dead or Alive. So.
Hey, early Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Thank you so much for bringing Christmas cards.
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to sort of get organised, and the weeks are just flying by at the moment. So I'm looking at easy Christmas cards.
Oh, we like easy Christmas cards.
Easy ones that are effective, and if you're going to make lots of them, they're easy to make lots of them.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, what's the first thing we need
Right.
to think about?
Probably selection of papers. Quite often through the year, some of the magazines, craft magazines, bring out freebies, and they have little packs like this, which have lots of different coloured papers in them.
Oh, that's pretty.
You can quite often just buy little pads of paper as well. So they're quite fun.
And these are just for decorating, not the card. This is for
you
decorating.
can just buy packs of blank cards to use as your base, or you can cut your own from cardboard.
Okay.
So, but buying them ready-made and just easy to fold is...
And we all know those certain dollar shops that you can buy them from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rightio.
All right.
Okay.
So last year we showed the one with the tape, which I still get people asking about. So it's just basically rows of tape stuck on, and then you are just cutting the triangles.
Tricky trickster.
And then you get, because you're going upside down, that's how you get your different...
I get what you're saying. Sort of like bunting a little bit, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
The whole effect, yeah.
You can use the same thing to do bunting on a card. Looks quite cute.
That's neat, doesn't it? Framing
Yeah.
framing it around there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought actually this year we just showed this little one.
I love this
Because you can do this with circles to make baubles as well. You can do them
Yep.
different sizes, different shapes.
If you just hold it there, sweetie, for
Yeah.
they're on you now. Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
So it's
That is
really
so cool.
effective.
So is that 3 different pieces of paper and stuck together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a wee instruction sheet, but I'll just show you basically because it is made up of 3 triangles.
Right.
Fold your paper first and then cut your triangles.
Oh, easy.
It's much easier than cutting triangles and then trying to fold it perfectly.
Okay, now if everyone's getting a headache about, she's going too fast, we do have though, and I'll just go like this here, information sheet that we'll put up on our website, ctv.co.nz, with the details, so don't worry too much if you're missing bits and pieces. Okay, cool.
And then you are literally just actually gluing.
Glue.
Or you can double-side sellotape, but I know you like to do.
Don't say it like that, it makes it sound
And
dodgy.
then you're just sticking the triangles together.
Rightio. Can I be a little bit, I don't know, I'll put you on the spot there. Could you do like big paper and actually make stand up little trees
Absolutely.
as decorations?
And you can do them with a lot more triangles.
Oh, yeah.
So but you need 3 will give you that effect of that card there.
Okay.
And you can play with your patterns and
They're a bit lovely, aren't they? So the paper, if we haven't got our craft books with all that different paper, surely at those little dollar shops we know about will have different paper. But could you
Gift
recycle?
wrap.
Recycle, exactly. Recycle
Absolutely,
gift wrap.
Yeah, yeah. And just a little diamante or a little bow at the top can just be a little, or a button. Button's very cute.
Oh, I like that, recycling as well.
Buttons make great baubles on
reusing.
cards.
Hey, need to touch on too, you've got a wonderful Facebook page, Spinning Candy. Very cool, with lovely little tips and bits on there. And you're busy at the Court Theatre, Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Not
Doing some
literally
work.
Mary Poppins.
No, everyone has to go to Mary Poppins. It is fantastic.
Oh, and you're in the props department.
Yeah,
You're
so
going
much
to be
fun,
so in your
making stuff.
element. Do you have lots of umbrellas?
There are lots of umbrellas there.
Hey, thank you, sweetheart, and thank you. Remember that this pattern page will be up online for you to check off, because I'll need one as well, just quietly, to do my Christmas cards. Thank you, sweetheart. Look forward to seeing you next time. Rightio, on show tomorrow we do have a retro girl, Diane Ramsey is here, fashionista Ange Stone, give her a catch up over the last weekend, and health guru Mark Webster. See you hump day. Yes, it's Wednesday tomorrow. See you then.